Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a monochromatic orange look. So if you're a redhead and you think you can't wear orange because your hair has orange tones, think again. We can wear anything that we want to. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, first things first, I need to clip back my hair. Today I used my Dyson Airwrap, the new version, for the first time today. It definitely takes some getting used to, but I mean, my hair still looks nice, I think, and it only took like 15 minutes. Pin it back and orange clips for an orange look, of course. And I'm going to be taking the Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer from Essence. This is a dupe. A bird just flew by. Very distracted. This is a dupe. For the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops. Niacinamide. Smells like watermelon Jolly Ranchers, but it really gives a boost of hydration and, of course, that glow to the skin. It's going to shine through, and it does have a tacky feeling. It's going to grip onto any makeup that I apply on top of it. Because of that, you do want to give it just 30 seconds to a minute to sink in, do its business. For my base, I am taking the FitGlow Foundation Plus. I use the shade F1. This comes on a little doe foot, and I'm just going to smear that everywhere. I really enjoy this foundation formula. It has pretty decent coverage, and I like the way it sits on my skin because I have a drier skin type, and it is definitely hydrating. I'm going to be blending that out with the little FitGlow foundation brush. If you've ever tried the FitGlow concealer, this is exactly like their concealer, just in foundation form. So as you can see, that matches pretty well. This blends out really nicely. It blends out well with a sponge or a brush. I typically, with this one, use a brush to apply initially and then go over with a sponge. I'm all for quality audio, but if you can hear my air conditioning, I am sorry not sorry, because it is hot where I am, and I'm not suffering while I put on makeup. So here is the FitGlow foundation. As you can see, it leaves me with a nice skin-like finish. Concealer today is going to be the Honest Beauty concealer. This is a fairly new launch from them. I picked up the shade Ivory. This is their Fresh Flex concealer. It has a fairly liquidy texture and just a normal little doe foot. And the packaging is glass, so it feels really nice. Feels definitely more luxurious than drugstore. Even though Honest Beauty does have a higher price point, it's still... I got mine at Target, so okay. I forgot what the coverage was like, but it looks like a nice light to medium coverage. And it's working really well with this FitGlow foundation. And the shade Ivory is giving me a touch of brightness, which I appreciate. So a little bit of this concealer goes quite a long way. I added too much to my chinny chin chin, but that's the beauty of a makeup sponge. It will soak it up. That is looking quite nice. I really should have shaved my mustache. So, moving on to bronzer, taking the LYS Cream Bronzer in the shade Motivate. This is a fantastic bronzer. I love the creaminess. And it is a true bronzer. So it is warm. But I don't find it too warm for my pale, cool-toned self. It's not trying to compete with the red hair. It just blends out so effortlessly and really sinks into your complexion products. And I like to pull my hair back and really work it into the hairline, because being so pale, you're really going to see it. You'll see that white scalp shining through. And make sure you bring that bronzer down the neck. And I'm going to take my same sponge and just blend around the edges, especially on the jawline and underneath my cheekbones. So the bronzer sits so beautifully on the skin. LYS is fairly reasonably priced, considering I was on Ulta and I saw a Covergirl concealer for $17.99, and I believe this is $18, maybe $20, so worth it. Worth the money. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay, right, in terms of orange blushes in my collection, I have the Lip and Cheek Cream Tint Pro in Tangerine from Salt, New York. And I have the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush in the shade Isla del Sol. So this is very true orange, and this one has a bit of peachiness to it. I am not 100% sure if you can get tangerine anymore. It might be included in Salt New York's sale. They're running a sale on all their discontinued shades. So just for the sake of that, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush. I know you can get your hands on this because it just launched. And if you do want to go over to saltnewyork.com, you can get 10% off your order with HBM10. I'll leave it down below. Taking some Isla del Sol on the Complexion Duo brush from e.l.f. And I want to be very orange cheeked. I think this shade will work on a lot of people because it does have that touch of peachiness in it. So someone as fair as I am can get away with a color that they might not. I think they could. Put a little on the nose, a little on the upper forehead right here. Just a baby touch on the chin. Of course, this luminous blush makes you do the highlighter chicken head dance. Bark. Oh, I need help. SOS, send help. But it's really pretty. Really quickly before moving on, I'm going to set my under eyes with the new FitGlow. This is their Lifestyle Ready Instantly Blurring Bamboo Hyaluronic Loose Setting Powder. I think companies are having an internal contest who can have the longest product name, but this is a very finely milled powder. And it flies everywhere, but I have noticed, I used it yesterday, it really does blur. So Good job, FitGlow. Really makes the skin look velvety. Okay, next I'm going in with the Honest Beauty. This is their Midnight Reflection Luminizing Glow Powder. I'm going to try to use this as a highlighter. I don't know if it will work, but there's truly only one way to find out. So I'm going to apply that on top of my cheekbones. Blush is already glowy, so this is just super subtle. I could probably even set my whole face with this. You can see the glow. And because it's so subtle and soft, I'm going to bring it on the apples of my cheeks too. And on my forehead. And then take my brush I use for blush. I haven't added anything to it, but I'm going to go back over. I might need to add more blush later, but that will be an easy fix. And e.l.f. just recently launched the No Budge Cream eyeshadows, and I picked up the shade Golden Rays, which is, you guessed it, orange. And I'm taking this on a BK Beauty 203 brush. Oh, it's much drier than I anticipated. So, part of learning is learning that it does not work well with a brush. So I'm going to take it on my finger. It's very sticky. Finding it a little hard to blend out, to be honest. Like, once you place it somewhere, that's where it wants to stick, but it is very bright. You know, you can feel it tugging on your eyelids. It's like my finger doesn't want to keep gliding across. Not sure how I feel about this. I like the color, but it is giving me a challenge to blend. No, it's not blending. Before it completely sets, I knew that I wanted to take the Terra Moon shadow in the shade Solstice and place it on top. But I do need a color in the crease, so I mean, look how gorgeous Solstice is. Terra Moon eyeshadows do not play around. They are absolutely stunning. Gorgeously stunning. So now I need to go dig out a palette to do something with this crease. Alright, I placed a BeautyBay order, and they included the Nikki Tutorials and BeautyBay pressed pigment palette for free, so I'm gonna use it. And in here is the shade Redemption, which is a beautiful orange. I'm going to take a BK Beauty 201 and gently go into the crease. And I don't want to go too crazy, so I'm just doing layers, understanding that I might have to go back in with the Terra Moon eyeshadow because this is a big fluffy brush and it might knock some of that off. I'm also going to take the shade Basic Trut, because it's a creamy shade that looks fairly close to my skin tone. I'm going to blend out my edges. You can also use a face powder to do this. The eyeshadow on. The blush is looking very pale in comparison, so I'm going to try something very risky. I'm going to take the same eyeshadow, Redemption, tap a brush and very barely touching my skin, go over the blush because I don't have an orange powder blush. Trying to be gentle. Mix those two oranges together. There we go. So this No Budge cream eyeshadow, maybe it's just this shade, maybe it's just this pot, but that's a thumbs down for me. That was very hard to blend out, and just nobody has time for that. Okay, nobody. Just going to sandwich some more Isla del Sol over that powder pressed pigment, especially because this is a Luminous putty blush to get that glow back. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do brows and mascara, and I'll be right back. And we're back with brows and mascara done. I used the Haus Labs, the Edge Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Cinnamon, my Kosas Airbrow in the shade Auburn, and the Covergirl Exhibitionist Mascara in Waterproof. And moving on to the lips. I'm afraid the lips are going to give me a bit of a challenge. Just going to wipe off any excess lip balm. I'm going to start with the LA Girl lip pencil in the shade Cafe. And then I'm going to take the Hola Neon Dine Me lipstick, bright orange. It's sheer, so I am bringing it right up to the lip liner and like blending it in. Orange lips is what scared me the most, but this Hola Neon lipstick being so sheer makes it a whole lot less scary. And I've made a mess of myself, so I'm taking the KGH and Spectrum number 9 brush and cleaning up my lip line. Just taking the blush from e.l.f. and adding a little bit of that to the lips as well. Tie in those cheeks. Take out the clips. Alright, just zhuzh the hair. And that is an all orange monochromatic look on a red head. I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know if there's anything particular you'd like to see from me. I'd be more than happy to give it a go. And thank you so much for watching. As always, be blessed and be kind, and we'll speak soon. Bye!